me ask you a simple question. Would you let your reputation tarnish? Oof, of course not. Hey there, I'm Trish from Jewels by Trish, and today we're talking about sterling silver and the misconceptions that surround it. Number one being, it does tarnish. Shh. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about 5 questions that I commonly get about sterling silver. And the number one question is, what is it really? Sterling silver is an alloy of 92.5% silver and 7.5% of another metal, usually copper. So what does that mean? It just means that sterling silver is a mixture. It's mostly silver, but it has a tiny component of another metal, usually copper, in it to mix together to make the metal. So what is pure silver then? Pure silver is 99.9% silver. It's almost 100% silver. It's very soft. It's easily bent. So it's not very commonly used for jewelry because we want our jewelry to be durable. We don't want to dent it easily if we drop it on the counter or your child pulls on your necklace or whatever. So sterling silver is a great alternative. So I heard that sterling silver doesn't tarnish. Is that true? This is the number one misconception about sterling silver. Sterling silver does in fact tarnish. Have you ever heard your grandmother or your mother talk about polishing the silverware for Christmas dinner? Have you ever looked at it? If you haven't, go ask your grandmother or your mother to look at their sterling silverware set. When you open it up, if they haven't polished it recently, you're going to notice that it has black smudges on it, and that's the tarnish. I can also show you, this is a sterling silver head pin, and if you look closely, it's dull, and there are black tarnish marks all over it. This is what happens to sterling silver over time. It tarnishes due to the air and the dust hitting it. Here's the same head pin, but this one is nice and shiny because I polished it. So if you compare, the top one is polished, the bottom one is full of tarnish. So sterling silver does tarnish. Don't let anybody tell you differently. So how can I take care of my sterling silver jewelry? The first thing that I want you to promise me is do not shower with it on. Do not go swimming in a chlorinated pool. Do not go swimming at the beach with your sterling silver jewelry on. You paid for your jewelry. You want it to last. You have memories of maybe your husband giving you the necklace or, your grandmother's favorite sterling silver necklace. You want to cherish those memories and hold on to them and keep them nice and clean. So showering, the water is not the problem. What the problem is in the shower is your soap. Think about the walls of your shower. If you don't clean it, what happens? You get soap scum build up on the walls. It dulls the wall. They don't look pretty. The same thing will happen to your jewelry. Not actually the sterling silver, but the little nooks and crannies inside your necklace will become full of soap scum, gross, gunky stuff that you're going to be wearing around your neck or your wrist. Who wants to do that? So don't shower with your jewelry on. Take it off before you shower. Well, what about the swimming pool? Here's the problem with swimming pools. They're chlorinated. The chlorine will dissolve the metal on your jewelry if you continue to swim over and over and over again with your jewelry on. Who wants that, right? And then the beach. Salt is our problem at the beach. The ocean is salt water. The salt will just cause your piece to tarnish faster, and then you're going to have to polish it, which in the grand scheme of things, doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but if you've ever polished a piece that has lots of little nooks and crannies, they're really hard to get to them all. So just take your jewelry off before swimming, showering, or going to the ocean. How do I keep my pieces shiny just on a regular basis? Here's what you need to do. Every night when you take off your jewelry, take an old cloth or an old t-shirt and just gently polish your jewelry. Avoid using a toothbrush. Some people recommend that. But if you're going to do that, you're going to have to be very, very gentle. If you get too aggressive, you might scratch your jewelry, and who wants that? So soft cloth or a t-shirt, polish it. If it gets really, really dirty like this, you want to get a polishing cloth. You can get these at Michael's. It has a white side for cleaning and a gray side for shining it up. They're relatively inexpensive. Or if this is not the method that you want to use, you can try a polish specifically designed for sterling silver tarnish removal. So how can I store my jewelry to avoid all of this tarnish? The number one thing to remember is that air is what causes the tarnish on your jewelry. So bonus points to you if you store your sterling silver jewelry in a Ziploc bag. Seal it up, keep the air out, tarnish is at bay. If that's too much for you, then instead of leaving it out on your vanity or on your counter, put it in your jewelry box or in a cloth jewelry pouch to keep that air kind of away from it. And the last thing that people want to know, is sterling silver hypoallergenic? Am I going to break out around my neck or my wrist from the sterling silver? Or my earlobes going to turn red and itchy? And the short answer is no. Here's why people have allergic reactions to jewelry. It's the metal nickel. So you want to stay away from any kind of jewelry made with nickel. That's what causes the allergic reaction. Sterling silver, if you remember from our definition, does not have any nickel. It's sterling silver and copper. Now sometimes copper can be substituted for germanium, zinc, or platinum, but you notice I didn't say nickel, right? So you can buy and wear sterling silver jewelry worry-free of all those itchy red rashes that some jewelry can cause you. That's usually cheap jewelry. Huh. That's what I have for you today. I hope you learned something new about sterling silver. And before you go, be sure to look down below the video. I created a jewelry care cleaning guide for you. It's free for you to download. It includes tips on sterling, silver plated, gold plated, and it also includes pearls and gemstones, so you can figure out how to perfectly care for those. And keep your eyes peeled. In the near future, I'll be discussing how to take care of silver plated jewelry. Thanks for watching. Bye.